by President Widodo and his lovely wife from the 30th and 31st of May 2022.
All right, thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Let me firstly acknowledge in this media occasion the President of His Excellency Joko Widodo, the President of the People's Republic of Indonesia. He was accompanied by a very high delegation, his foreign minister, and all other relevant ministers to be associated with this important bilateral visit. I just want to announce to our country and the media who have showed up that this was a very, very warm and fruitful bilateral engagements that we are concluding. His arrival this morning, received at the airport and honored by a 21-man gun salute. His engagement with myself in our private recess, and of course our combined engagements, him leading his Indonesian delegation and me leading our Papua Nugini delegation, was concluded very, very well. His Excellency, our Governor General, Sebob Dadai, hosted a very good lunch. In fact, a little bit of working lunch, and we just concluded the inaugural meeting between Papua New Guinea and Indonesian business in a business council to be set up to ensure that not just a government-to-government conversation, but more importantly, people-to-people and business-to-business links are entrenched and elevated to a level never done before. I will conclude the press after I've invited my colleague, His Excellency President Widodo, to address the press. But I just want to inform everyone of one. It was a very, very warm, fruitful meeting. I've had many engagements. This is a very, very warm, in fact, one of the warmest meetings I've ever had. As head of government on his side, but also as head of state on his side, he related to Papua New Guinea like never before. We've been in partnership since 1975, going 48 years now, but we both realized that two nations have been wasting on the side for too long. More importantly, greater engagements between both sides has not taken place, and in very recent years, between President Widodo and myself in our engagements, we've engaged in affirmative conversations to ensure our government-to-government relationship is strengthened, but more importantly elevated, but rather more importantly for both sides, our business-to-business engagements are elevated, and today's outcome is something that I cannot be more satisfied. In fact, it is very, very satisfying that we're not just leaving this as a meeting that has happened in the past, but concrete outcomes have been achieved for both people, both business on both sides, and in fact, governments on both sides. Mr. President, I'd like you to have an opportunity to speak to the press at the very earliest. You are my direct West. Whilst the global West is different, Papua New Guinean West is you. You are important for me. And I repeat, this is not just a statement of waste. Whilst the global West may be different, Papua New Guinea and Pacific West is in you, and the Asia region close to us. You are our link to the Asian nations. You've continuously maintained support to us in APEC and ASEAN. You have been a very effective link to us in commerce, trade, and government-to-government engagements with our real West. And you are amongst friends, you're amongst family, because our people share ancestry, our people share land, our people share sea. We're from one common space on planet Earth, and the Indo-Pacific conversation, in the heart of it lies the Republic of Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. And so I will give you the first honor to address the press collectively, and I will round up by saying thank you to you and summarize. Mr. President, you have the moment to the press.
Yang Mulia Perdana Menteri Marape, terima kasih atas sambutan hangatnya PNG adalah tetangga dekat sekaligus mitra strategis Indonesia, dan sejak kunjungan yang mulia tahun lalu, banyak kemajuan telah dicapai termasuk penandatanganan dan ratifikasi MOU serta pembukaan aktivitas di perbatasan. Dalam pertemuan bilateral tadi, kami membahas beberapa hal. Yang pertama, Indonesia berkomitmen meningkatkan kerjasama dengan negara-negara Pasifik termasuk PNG, dan kami telah sepakat menyusun roadmap kerjasama pembangunan untuk 5 tahun ke depan. Indonesia juga akan segera memulai renovasi fasilitas rumah sakit di Port Moresby, pembangunan posko damkar, pengelolaan sampah di Vanimo, pembangunan sekolah di Butung, dan peningkatan beasiswa pelajar PNG. Kedua, kerjasama ekonomi. Perdagangan Indonesia-PNG meningkat tajam pada tahun 2022 mencapai 307 juta US$. Ini perlu terus ditingkatkan dengan mendorong kelanjutan pembahasan PTA, pembentukan Business Council, dan kunjungan misi dagang dan investasi serta partisipasi BUMN Indonesia dalam pembangunan jalan raya di PNG. Yang ketiga, terkait konektivitas dan perbatasan, saya menyambut baik pembukaan rute, pelayaran PNG Express, dan penerbangan Citylink Denpasar Port Moresby, serta ratifikasi Basic Agreement on Border Arrangement dan pembukaan kembali pos lintas Sko Wutung. Dan terkait kerjasama Indo-Pasifik, saya menyampaikan komitmen untuk meningkatkan engagement Indonesia dan ASEAN dengan Pasifik, termasuk dengan mengundang wakil Pasifik di East Asia Summit dan penyelenggaraan ASEAN Indo-Pacific Forum. Sebagai penutup, Indonesia dan PNG adalah dua negara besar dari Global South. Sudah waktunya negara-negara dari Global South saling mendukung untuk meningkatkan kesejahteraan masyarakat kita, termasuk dalam pengelolaan sumber daya alam yang kita miliki. Terima kasih.
All right, terima kasih, His Excellency President Widodo. I will try to do my best to translate to English for the benefit of Papua Nugini media and other international media who are here. Again, Mr. President, thank you very much for the wonderful bilateral we had access. This is a return visit. From my visit to Indonesia, I was wonderfully hosted.